things you did in 1-2. So hopefully you have your binder, you can get those papers out, look at those for a couple more examples, and that will hopefully help you. So these are a bunch of words that hopefully, like I said, if you have those notes, you already have these papers, these words on there somewhere. Will help you. But if not, you should pause this video and you should copy these words down on a sheet of paper so that you have them. And I'm going to talk about each one of them a little bit now. Okay, so these, you're going to translate words into math sentences, basically math expressions. So these are words that'll tell you what you're doing with your numbers or with your variables. So this first set right here, all of these are words that you might see to tell you that you should put a plus sign. Okay, so if you see something like the sum of x and 2, because you see the word sum, it says the sum of x and 2, that means you're going to do x plus 2. Okay, or maybe it says x increased by 2, same thing. It says the total of x and 2. Take x and add 2. All of those would be ways to end up writing x plus 2. Okay. The next set, this box, is all words to let you know you're going to subtract, put a minus sign. The words in red are flip words. And I'll explain what that means here in a moment. So let's talk about the words in black first. Subtract, difference, decrease, minus. So it might look just like what we had for the add, except now it's going to have one of those words and let you know you're going to subtract. So it might say x decreased by 3. So that means x is decreased by 3. X minus 3. It might say subtract x and 3. It might say the difference of x and 3. All of those would say x minus 3. Now let's talk about these flip words. Flip words means you flip the order. So if it says 5 subtracted from C. 5 subtracted from C is a flip word, so you're going to flip the order when you write it. So that means you're going to have C minus 5, because 5 is subtracted from C. It's being taken away from C. Okay. Same thing if it had 5 less than C. 5 fewer than C. All of those mean C minus 5. Okay. The next set here is our multiplication words. My computer's running a little bit slow as I'm recording this. Multiplication words let you know you're going to use a times sign or a little dot times sign, whichever one you prefer. Multiply, product, times. Double means timesing it by 2. So if it says double x, means 2x. You might also see the word triple, which means times 3. So if it said triple y, means 3y. But the other ones, multiply, product, and times, just let you know you're going to times those whatever 2 things together. It might say the product of x and y, which means you have x times y. It might say you have product of 3 and t, which means you're going to do 3t. Or multiply 3 and t. 3 times t all means the same thing. The next set of words are all your division words. Okay, which as you're doing the IXL, you don't have a division symbol, so you make a fraction. So when it says divide, quotient, or over, it might say x over 3. It might say, let's see. The quotient of A and B. So you would write that as a fraction, A fraction bar B. That's how you could do it in your IXL. Okay, it's division. The last couple over here let you know that you're going to have exponents. So it's going to be something like 3 to the x, or y to the 5th, 2 to the 8th. Those exponents up on the top. So if it says exponent raised to power squared is an exponent of 2, cubed is an exponent of 3. Oh. Why is it not letting me write a 3? So any of those would let you know that you're going to use an exponent. So it might say something like G, why am I not writing? G raised to the 4th. Let you know you're going to do G to the 4th. Okay. So I'm going to take you to the IXL. I'm going to show you a couple of examples so that you can see what that looks like. Let me go ahead and refresh this real quick. Start with some easier ones. At any point, if you start to feel comfortable, you want to try the IXLs, you can pause the video, go try them, but then you can come back if you want to see a couple more examples here. So 5 minus A, remember our minus, you can go back and look at your words. That means we're going to subtract. Minus is not a flip around word, so we're just going to do 5 minus A. 3 divided by S, so this is where we need this fraction bar. We're going to do 3, and then S goes in the bottom. So 3 divided by S is just 3 fraction bar S. P, raise P to the 10th power. That's where we have this exponent. So we can click this little exponent button. P is raised to the 10th power. Multiply W by 3. So W, then we're going to multiply it by 3. 10 fewer than Z. Here's one of those flip around words, fewer than. So that means we need to flip this 10 and this V. So we're actually going to write V minus 10. 10 fewer than V, flip it around. All right, here's a little bit more complicated one. R raised to the 9th power, then subtract the result from S. Okay, so R raised to the 9th power means I have R to the 9th. It says then subtract the result from S. Subtract the result from is a turnaround word. So we need to take this R to the 9th and this S and flip them. So I actually want to put S minus R to the 9th. Right, subtract R from Q. Well, subtract from is a turnaround word. So we're going to take Q minus R. Then subtract 8 from the result. So we're going to take minus 8. One more, and then try some on your own. Raise 3 to the power of 6. So we're going to raise 3 to the power of 6. Then multiply the result by K. All right, go try some on your own now.